Greetings, parents. Welcome to Back to School Night for 2020. My name, for those of you who don't know me, is Mr. Bates, and I will be your students' intrepid guide this year, either to the world of AP Physics, Aerospace Engineering, or Multivariable Calculus. So as I'm going to be working very closely with your students, and maybe with some of you over the course of this year, I thought it fitting for you to know a little bit about me. I myself am the product of MCPS. I graduated from Blair all the way back in 2001. I then attended MIT, where I got a bachelor's degree in physics. More recently, I have a master's in education from UMUC. After MIT, I spent about 3.5 years working at Boeing on autonomous helicopters, on specifically the A160 Hummingbird. I really enjoyed that, but I had always wanted to cook. I loved cooking. So I then spent a year and a half or so, 2.5 years, working in various restaurants in Los Angeles and in DC. I got to actually work at Minibar for about a year, which is Jose Andres' flagship restaurant downtown. And then cooking was great, but I actually occasionally wanted to spend time with my family. So I decided, well, what's something that's going to be similarly active, keep me on my feet, be a little bit more intellectual, and that brought me to teaching. I'm now in my 7th year here teaching at Wheaton, and honestly, I love it. There's no school in MCPS I'd rather be at. In addition to the 3 courses that I teach, I am also the coach of our Science Bowl team, which in 2018 were the regional champions. We defeated a field of 48 other teams from the DC and Maryland area, and went on to represent our region. We got an all expenses paid trip like 4 miles down Connecticut Avenue to the 4-H Center, which was awesome. So Science Bowl is really, really, really great. In my spare time, and I don't even really know what that means anymore, but in my spare time, I still love cooking. I love singing in a local choir, and I also love playing games. My now 6-year-old and I play a lot of Magic the Gathering, if any of you used to play that back in the day, or maybe still do. We play all the time. And so with that, we're going to get on to the meat of what makes each course unique. Before we get onto that, I do want to mention one thing, though. For all of your courses, please make sure your student and you, if that's applicable, are checking My MCPS. Although we do use other web pages, at times we will have other things. Everything will be linked on My MCPS. All of their task list, everything that they need to do for every week, all weekly assignments will be linkable and findable through My MCPS. So for AP Physics C specifically, this course has the dubious distinction of being actually 2 AP courses in one. It's AP Physics C Mechanics as well as Electricity and Magnetism, and they are actually considered by the College Board 2 separate courses. There's 2 separate exams you take at the end of the year. So you can think of this as being 2 exams for the price of, well, actually it's for the price of 2. Sorry, there's no bulk discount. So in this case, though, we will actually cover all of the material for both classes, and every year we have multiple students who get 5s on both parts. So at the end of the year, they get to choose which one or both they want to take. In the meantime, we're going to be doing a lot of different things. We'll be doing calculus. We'll be doing as many different little labs or simulation labs as we can. We'll be studying forces, and we'll be studying mechanics, and we'll be studying linear momentum and rotational motion and angular momentum and all of that good stuff. Simple harmonic motion and gravitation, and then in the spring we'll come back and do electromagnetism and circuits and all of that good stuff. So if you have any questions, again, you can always reach me by email or send me a message at my MCPS, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. Take care.